Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning my dear students. I am your subject teacher in TLE 9. I am Mrs. Jocelyn R. Flor, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Information and Computer Science, and of course Bachelor of Secondary Education qualifying. Major in Mathematics and Computer. So I will be handling your TLE 9 subject, CSS or Computer System Servicing for this school year 2021 and 2022. Welcome to Ubay National Science High School. So this time, since I am already sending my module 1 and of course the diagnostic test to your advisor, so I hope you have already answered your diagnostic test, and this time we will be having your module 1, which is personal entrepreneurial competencies or the PECs. In this subject, at the end of the lesson or this module, there are 5 competencies that you need to learn. First is compare one's specs with those of practitioner and entrepreneur. The second one is align one's specs with those of a practitioner or an entrepreneur. Number 3, assess one's or your specs with those of the practitioners. The number 4, recognize the areas for improvement, development, and growth. So what are the rooms for improvement for yourself in the said PECs that needs to be developed and needs to grow? The last one is aligns one's specs according to his or her business, career, or choice. Okay, so those are the 5 objectives of this module. So before we will have to start this lesson, I will give you first a check-up test whether how far you have learned from this lesson. So of course, this lesson is all about PECs, but I need to understand, or I need to get into your understanding of this lesson so that I will know how and where to start my explanation and my discussion. So as of this time, I will give you the check-up test, which is composed of 2 types of tests, which is the matching type and the multiple choice. So I will give you first the matching type. Match the entrepreneurial competencies in column A. So you have there the column A, listed 10 items. We have creative, profit-oriented, disciplined, sound decision maker, possesses people skills, excellent planner. Number 7, confident. Number 8, hardworking. Number 9, ability to accept change. And the last one is committed. So those are the words that you have to match to column B, the meaning in column B. In order to answer is you need to match that with those words in column A. So column B, we have makes wise decision towards the set objectives, strategic thinking and setting of goals, trusting in one's ability, adaptable to change, innovates to have an edge over other competitors. Letter F, solid dedication. G, skillful in record keeping. Next one is always sticks to the plan. Another one is work diligently. Letter J, effective and efficient communication skills and relates well to people. The last one is always looking for an opportunity to have or to earn an income. So you need to match the entrepreneurial competencies that is found in column A with their meaning in column B. What you'll need to do is to write only the letter of the correct answer in the answer sheet which are provided together with your module. Am I understood? Okay, let's proceed. So, since you need to answer that at home, so I am expecting that there's still a need for me to explain and discuss these matters. Okay, the next one is we have the multiple choice. Read and study the situation that describes the entrepreneurial characteristics. Then answer the question by writing the letter of your choice again in the provided answer sheet. So we have here a situation that goes this way. Mrs. Gina Magno opens her own retail business. She knows that her personal entrepreneurial characteristics are insufficient to ensure a successful operationalization of a business she has in mind. Your answer to this question below will of course help Mrs. Magno in developing her personal entrepreneurial competencies or PECs. These are the questions. Number 1, what PECs must she possess if there are customers who complain about the quality of her product? I'll repeat, what PECs must she possess if there are customers who complain about the quality of her product? A. Patience. B. Hardworking. C. Versatile. Letter D. All of the above. Okay, go! Next number. Which of the following is not considered as a characteristics of an entrepreneur? Letter A. Copes with failure. Letter B. Dependent. Letter C. Persistent. Letter D. Opportunity seeker. Go! Okay, number 3. If she wants to ensure a profitable business operation, what characteristics will she maintain? The she refers to Mrs. Magno. Letter A, commitment. B, goal-oriented. C, futuristic or future-oriented. D, opportunity seeker. Go! Next number. Number 4. Mrs. Magno follows the advice of a friend to be flexible, especially if she intends to open a retail business. What PECs has been demonstrated by Mrs. Magno? A. Self-confidence. B. Reliable and has integrity. Letter C. Responsive to feedback. Letter D. Persistence. Persistent. Okay. Go. Number 5. The last question for the multiple choice type of tests. She tells Mary, Mrs. Magno's best friend, that she has a strong will and does not give up finding a solution to a business problem. What PECs or personal entrepreneurial competencies has been demonstrated by Mrs. Magno? A. Hard work. B. Persistence. C. Self-confidence. D. Risk-taking. Okay, go. Okay, so that was just a warm-up of yourselves in order to prepare for this module, which is all about personal entrepreneurial competencies. So I will just see if the result of the check-up test that I'm giving you when you return your modules by next Friday, I will just see if who got a perfect score, who got a score which is at the average or at the low score. So this time, we will have the proper discussion. By the way, class, what do you mean by entrepreneur? Why I am talking about this entrepreneur? When you will be dealing with entrepreneur, of course, you will engage in entrepreneurship. What is the difference between entrepreneur and entrepreneurship? Okay. Entrepreneur, these are individuals that can strategically identify products and services needed by the community, and they have the capability to deliver this at the right time and place. An entrepreneur can take the first step into making the world a better place for everyone in it. Or an entrepreneur, these are the persons who sees a problem in the world and immediately focuses on creating a solution. So these are the people who are looking forward into creating a solution of the problem in the society. So these are the entrepreneur. But what is entrepreneurship? Wherein these entrepreneurs are always engaged into this entrepreneurship or entrepreneurial activities. By the way, entrepreneurship, it is the act of creating a business or businesses while building and scaling to generate a profit. Entrepreneurship is what people do to take their career and dreams into their hands and lead it in the direction of their own choice. Because entrepreneurs are inclined in different situations, in different aspects of life. We are not only entrepreneur by means of being a businessman or engaging in business, but we can be an entrepreneur of our own skills, right? Entrepreneurship, it is about building a life on your own terms. There is no boss, there is no restriction in terms of schedules, and no one holding you back. This is the benefit of being an entrepreneur. You are the boss of your own selves. Okay, so if you have just noticed the picture which is representing entrepreneurship, there is a man climbing upward, so meaning he is reaching his goal. Okay. What do you mean by PECs? If you have noticed, I have capitalized all the letters P, E, and C, and S is in a small letter. PEC stands for Personal Entrepreneurial Competencies. PECs means transforming the world by solving big problems like initiating social change, creating and innovate products, or presenting a new life-changing solution. These are the skills, or these are the PECs that an entrepreneur are supposed to have. Number 1 is social skills. Social skills. Number 2, life skills. Next one is people skills, employability skills, interpersonal skills, then intrapersonal skills, and the last one is personal skills. So, if you are an entrepreneur, then you have to evaluate yourselves if you have these characteristics or traits that I have just mentioned earlier. The 7 skills of an entrepreneur. Let's proceed. What are the entrepreneurial competencies? Okay. Entrepreneurial competencies refers to the ability to develop, to organize, and manage a business venture along with any of its risks. Because if you are an entrepreneur, you are always facing the risk of the business, because the business is not only always at the top, but there are cases where you will suffer unprofitable situation in the business. It includes key characteristics that should be possessed by a person in order to successfully run a venture. Among those characteristics are social, managerial, and networking competencies. So those are the entrepreneurial competencies of an entrepreneur. The next one is are the important characteristics or traits or attributes of a good entrepreneur. What do you think are the important characteristics or attributes in order to be considered as a good entrepreneur? Yes, number 1, let us have hardworking. Yes, it is right that an entrepreneur should be a hardworking. Hardworking means a successful entrepreneur should engage in hard work, and they also enjoy what they are doing. So they are not stressed of what they are doing, because they are enjoying what they do. They are dedicated, driven, and focused. They are goal-oriented and have a strong attention to details. They are typically high organized and have seemingly boundless energy. Walang kakupas-kupas na lakas ang isang entrepreneur na naging hardworking. Okay, the next one is an entrepreneur should be confident. Confident in the sense that they never ask the questions or keeps doubts in their mind about if they can succeed or if they are even worthy of success. So they are confident that what they are doing, they will succeed later on or in the future. They are normally confident enough that their knowledge and their know-how will help them make their business idea a success. And they radiate this confidence in everything that they do for the business. So that is an entrepreneur who are confident of their knowledge. The third one is disciplined. Of course, an entrepreneur should be a disciplined person. Successful entrepreneurs always focus their energy on making the business work and for eliminating the distractions or obstacles to their goals. No matter what their relatives, what their friends tell them about the business that they engage in, but still they have to pursue doing what they think is good and better. They make strategies help them to aim the goals they have while they outline the plan to achieve the outcome. So that is a disciplined entrepreneur. Next one is committed. An entrepreneur is committed because they have to assume full responsibility over their business. They don't have their boss, but they are the boss by themselves. They give full commitment and solid dedication to make the business successful and making a big difference or change in their lives. That is committed. Next is ability to accept change. So if you are an entrepreneur, you are ready to accept changes. It is said that nothing is impossible or nothing is permanent in this world, but only change. Change occurs frequently. When you own a business, you should cope with and thrive on changes. Capitalize on positive changes to make your business grow. Okay, so that is ability to accept change. Maybe the time that you spend for your family will be changed compared to when you were still not engaged in business or not engaged as an entrepreneur. Okay, the next one is creative. One facet of creativity is being able to make connections between seemingly unrelated events or situations. Entrepreneurs often come up with solutions which are the synthesis of other items. They will repurpose products to market them to a new industries. This is one of the characteristics of a successful entrepreneur who are very creative. They have to use the recycle, reuse, and other R's. So that is creativity. The next one is has the initiative. Has the initiative, it means that an entrepreneur takes the initiative. They have to lead. You must put yourselves in the position where you are responsible for the failure and the success of your business. Because you don't have the boss. You are the boss of your own business. That is has the initiative. The next one is profit-oriented. Of course, when you engage as an entrepreneur or engage in business, you must focus into gaining profit in the business, of course. An entrepreneur enters the world of business to generate profit or additional income. The business shall become your bread and butter, of course. Therefore, you must see to it that the business can generate income. For me, we will not engage in business if we will lose. So therefore, we should have to a positive thinker that the business that we engage in, we can gain more profit or additional income as a source, as a bread and butter of our family. Okay, so those are the 8 characteristics and traits of a good entrepreneur. Then let's proceed to the skills of a successful entrepreneur. Listed below are the important skills of a successful entrepreneur. Number 1 is excellent planner. So, entrepreneurs are excellent planner. Planning entails strategic thinking and goal setting in order to attain objectives while judiciously utilizing all available resources. Before you have to engage into whatever business or transactions, you need to plan everything. That is excellent planner. In order to achieve a good result or a positive outcome of your dreams, of your goals. To achieve the goals, a competent entrepreneur prepares and meticulously follows the procedures in the plans. Just like constructing a house or a building, you need to prepare first a plan before putting into realization of the building. A competent entrepreneur understands that planning is only useful when it is matched with action. So if it is not a plan that is not put into action, then there's nothing. Okay, so excellent planner. Okay, when you think of what are the things that are needed or that needs to be prepared in order to pursue or to achieve your plans. So that is one of the skills of a successful entrepreneur. Next is possesses people skills. When you are in the world of entrepreneurial activity, this is one of the most important skills that needs to be developed to an entrepreneur or in an entrepreneur. Possesses people skills. This is a crucial talent for any firm to be successful. People skills refer to effective and efficient communication as well as the development of positive relationship with those who work in and outside of your company. Meaning, you know how to deal with the people that is within the company and even outside the company. You must deal with individuals in day-to-day commercial transactions. A well-developed interpersonal skills can mean the difference between a company's success and failure. Next one is number 3, sound decision maker. Excuse me. Successful entrepreneurs are able to think quickly and make sound decisions in order to achieve a set of goals. Nobody can disagree that the ability to make sound decisions is an essential talent for any entrepreneur. Sound decisions should be based on available facts and information and should lead to the achievement of predetermined goals. So that is also one of the skills that an entrepreneur should possess. That is a sound decision maker, meaning you can make actions immediately after a situation. Next, strong strengthening your identified PECs. So at this time, I will give you your guides on how to strengthen your PECs. Actually, every one of us, we have our personal entrepreneurial competencies, but sometimes we did not just notice them and we did not practice doing them. Number one is, in order to strengthen your identified PECs, first is you have to react positively to criticisms and open to feedback. What does it mean? Number one means be open to comments and respond positively to criticism. Meaning, if there are criticisms, you just take it positively and respond positively, of course. Number two, always demonstrate positive attitude to achieve a desired goal. So to attain a desired goal, have a good attitude at all times. Number three, always project strong and well-balanced behavior. Meaning, you have to maintain a powerful and well-balanced demeanor at all times. Number four, always exercise the assertive style in your work environment. Meaning, in your workplace, you should always use a self-assured style. So that is, always exercise the assertive style. Then number five, avoid being too passive and too aggressive. Avoid being both meek and aggressive at the same time. Because if you are aggressive, then you have to respond maybe when you are still at the height of your temper. Then maybe you can say something which is not good to others. And that makes somebody or someone feel insecure, or they can feel not good at what you are talking about. Okay, next is, do not let anyone worsen your business life. Do not allow anybody or no one to sabotage your business. Do not let anyone worsen your business life. Number 7, prioritize your business goal rather than personal goal in order to become a successful entrepreneur. To become a successful entrepreneur, put your business goals ahead of your personal goals. This is somehow could maybe make your time for the family suffer because of your personal commitment or business commitment. You have to suffer. You cannot serve two masters at the same time. Okay. Maybe you need to prioritize one before the other. Number 8, acquire specific skills for creating and maintaining a conducive work environment. Acquire specialized abilities in order to create and maintain a positive work environment. Maybe you will become approachable, or you are approachable to your employees. They can ask some opinions from you. So that is, acquire specific skills for creating and maintaining a conducive work environment. Number 9, be responsible in everything you do in your business. In your business, be responsible whatever you do. The success and the failure of your business is in your hands, lies in your hands. Then number 10, always observe business ethics in putting up a business. When starting a business, always follow business ethics. When we say follow business ethics, then whatever requirements that is needed before to establish a business, then you should have to follow. Meaning, you have to follow what is the protocol that needs to be followed before opening or engaging into that business. Okay, so this time, I will give you another activity that will somehow strengthen your PECs. Okay, here is the direction. There is a chart given below. Write at least 6 techniques on how you will strengthen your own PECs. Write the PECs that you feel that you need to focus on to in order to strengthen this, and you have to write that in your answer sheet again, which are provided together with your modules. So we have here, I am giving an example which is a self-confidence, and you have to choose your own PECs. So in the chart, there is a word self-confidence at the middle, and what you need to do is to write your techniques. Write your techniques at the different, or at these 6 ovals here, which you think are the best way to do, or the best thing to do in order to develop self-confidence. Okay, that's it. So maybe with the short discussion we had, and with that activity I'm giving you to strengthen your PECs, you can somehow notice what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, and with those strengths that you have to develop that one by strengthening it, and you have to write how to do or how to develop that one by writing or putting that into the chart in activity 1. Okay, why entrepreneurs are important? What do you think are the reasons why entrepreneurs are important? Okay, these are the different reasons why we consider the entrepreneurs are important. Number 1, entrepreneurs create jobs. They are the one who innovates. They are the one who create change. They are the one that give to the society. It's either employment, more income to our society. Then entrepreneurs add to the national income. Of course, it's not only increasing or changing their economic status, but of course, when their economic status have changed, then it will also affect the income of the society. And the last one, entrepreneurship decreases poverty. Of course, when businesses or when entrepreneurs engage in business, then of course they add additional opportunity for employment of those unemployed individuals. Then once those individuals who are already employed, then of course it will elevate their status from being poor or from poverty to maybe at the middle class of the society. So that's why entrepreneurs are important in the society. Okay, so at this time, I will give you now the assessment after hearing or listening the short discussion. So actually, this is a multiple choice test. You need to choose the letter of the best answer. Write the chosen letter on a separate sheet of paper, which is your answer sheet. And of course, do not write anything in your module, but rather write your answers at the answer sheets that are being provided to you together with your modules. Okay. This is also here the situation. Maybe your answer to these questions could help Mrs. Magno in her retail business. Which of the following is not considered as a characteristics of an entrepreneur? Number 1, copes with failure. Number 2, persistent. Then letter C, dependent. Letter D, opportunity seeker. Number 2, Mrs. Magno follows the advice of a friend to be flexible, especially if she intends to open a retail business. What PECs has been demonstrated by Mrs. Magno? A, persistent. B, responsive to feedback. C, reliable and has integrity. D, self-confidence. Next. She tells Mary, her best friend, that she has a strong will and does not give up finding a solution to a problem or a business problem. What PECs has been demonstrated by Mrs. Magno? Letter A, self-confidence. B, risk-taking. C, hard work. D, persistence. Number 4, if she wants to ensure a profitable business operation, what characteristics will she maintain? A, futuristic or future-oriented. B, opportunity seeker. C, commitment. And D, goal-oriented. The last one, number 5. Number 5, what PECs must she possess if there are customers who complain about the quality of her product? Letter A, patience. B, hardworking. C, versatile. D, all of the above. Number 6, one facet is being able to make connections between seemingly unrelated events or situations. A, profit-oriented. B, creative. C, initiative. D, committed. Okay, next. They are dedicated, driven, focused, and goal-oriented and have strong attention to detail. A, hardworking. B, confident. C, disciplined. D, change. Number 8. The good entrepreneur assumes full responsibility over their business. And they give full and solid dedication to make the business successful. What I'm referring to is letter A, change. B, committed. C, confident. D, initiative. Number 9. It refers the ability to develop, organize, and manage a business venture along with any of its risks. A, competencies. B, personal. C, personal entrepreneurship. D, entrepreneurship competencies. Number 10. What traits of a successful entrepreneurs always focus their energy on making the business work and for eliminating the distractions or obstacles to their goals? A, hardworking. B, confident. C, disciplined. And D, change. So those are all the 10 questions for the multiple choice as your assessment. Then the last one is the essay. And this essay is composed of 5 points. Question is, why is there a need to compare and align one's PECs with the PECs of a successful entrepreneur? I need to expound. Why is there a need to compare and align one's PECs, maybe your PECs or your personal entrepreneurial competencies, with the PECs of a successful entrepreneur? So if you can get the correct answer of, you can give your idea of that question, then you will be given 5 points. So that's all for Module 1, and I hope that at the end of this discussion, you have discovered already your PECs or your personal entrepreneurial competencies, and you can already compare your PECs with those of you think people or individuals who are successful in their business venture. That's all for today. Thank you and God bless. And I am expecting also correct answers from your activity sheets, which will be returned by next Friday. God bless everyone.